Bam. We live? Are we live? I think we're live. I think we're live. Where we at? Where we at? Yo. Yup. We are live. We are definitely live. Yo, what's good, everybody? Yo, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Here we go. All right. Next is to share the link. One second. One second. Bam. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. What's up, everybody? I'm actually going to be eating my protein bar while doing this live today. I hope you guys don't mind. Oh my god, we got a lot to go over. Actually, you know what? Hmm. Fuck. Hmm. 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 Oh, we got some viewers. Oh fuck, that shit blinded me. God damn. All right. How we doing? How we doing, boys and girls? If you just joined, I'm eating my protein bar. In the meantime, ooh baby, ooh baby, I love the way. What the fuck? Ooh baby, I love the way. There we go. That's Bitcoin. How's everyone doing? Mm-mm-mm. Let's share the live. Ethereum just hit a 30-day high of 2,200. We love to see that. We love to see that. Um, I'm gonna share the link right now. Actually, just one second. How we doing though? How we doing? I'm just trying to. I'm just waiting for everybody to hop on. If you do want to comment on the live video, I am seeing the chat on my iPad. So this is all live. This is all live, real time. All right. All right, what's up, everyone? We are live on YouTube. Check this out. We are live, as you can see. We got Iron Man here in the building. You already know what the setup looks like. I'm eating my protein bar right now because I hit 2 gym sessions, soccer game right now. But we are having fun. We're getting the live started as always. You already know how we do it. Yeah, I'm gonna put the link up here. If you want to join the Discord, it is free. No reason not to join. And there's also no reason to learn more about the stock market to get into finances. You want to make your money work for you. So don't don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt the market either. Let's get started. All right, let's get it. All right, what's up, everyone? We are live on YouTube. Check, we are live, as you can see. We got Iron Man here in the building. You already know what it looks like. I'm eating my protein bar right now because I hit 2 gym sessions, soccer game right now. But we are having fun. We're getting the live started as always. You already know how we do it. Yeah, I'm gonna put the link up here. If you want to join the Discord, it is free. No reason not to. See, we got Iron Man here in the building. But we are having getting. I'm gonna put the link up here. If you want to join the Discord, it is free. No reason not to join. And there's also no reason to learn more about the stock market to get. I'm gonna put the link up here if you want to join the Discord. It is free. No reason not to join. And there's also no reason to learn more about the stock market to get into finances. You want to make your money work for you. So don't don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt the market either. All right, just shared it on the Insta. Who's on? Who is watching right now? Put it on the chat. Let me know who's watching. Jesus, it's so hot. God damn. We are burning up here in California. Bitcoin is at $74,000. 74 buckaroos, baby. Sheesh. Ah. All right. I'm gonna wait for somebody to comment on the live video, so I know there's somebody there. I also have a banana. Oh my God. Who's on the chat? Oh, it's Moondog. Let's go. All right. All right, let's get started. We got Mundios confirming that he is on. All right. Let's get started with Bitcoin. How about that? All right. So Bitcoin, man, I've been sharing this on the Discord for the past week. I've been hyping it up, not spamming it, but I do, share the charts. And as you can see, it broke out of the wedge. This is what I was seeing on Bitcoin. It was forming a nice higher low, higher low, higher low. And you can see that it was consolidating inside the wedge. And all I was waiting for is for it to break out. And as you can see, it broke out here. It's always going to retest. It's always going to retest. And when it retests, that's when you want to go crazy and go big. And as you can see, this is Saturday. It retested, and look at what it's doing. From 70,000, now it's breaking the recent highs of 74,000 buckaroos, baby. 74,000 buckaroos. And guess what? Guess what? This is a perfect transition into the play that I recently got in, and I also let the Discord know, which is none other but Robinhood. So this one has been a little tricky, but I also did share this on YouTube live last weekend. I went over what I was seeing, and what I saw previously was a inverse head and shoulders. Here, I think on the weekly. Nope, not on the weekly. Daily. All right. So on the daily, we were right here, so before the downside, but this is how I usually catch inverse head and shoulders. So what you want to look out for is, the shoulder, the head down below, and then you could see the right shoulder right here. So that right there told me that this was a inverse head and shoulders. And as you could see, once you use the tool on TradingView, head and shoulders, check this out. Boom, 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 boom. You could do like right here. And this is the right shoulder. Sorry. Okay. It's not going to be perfect, but it's all about pattern recognition and how you could, catch these patterns. So for me, I was able to notice this inverse head and shoulders. And what I am thinking here, all right. So what I was thinking here is that this play would play out once this neckline breaks. And what I mean by neckline is this, you could call it a resistance level as well. So once Robinhood could break out of $80, that is going to give you the green light. I did front run the play because I don't usually front run, but the reason why I believe that you weren't going to be too early. Yes, it's going to add some risk, but I was thinking in terms of Bitcoin. Robinhood is the app, and when stocks are, pretty dead as it's been recently, not a lot of retail traders are going to be using Robinhood. It's going to be also dead. But once Bitcoin, follows through, I also believe that it would follow, that momentum and that push. So to put it more simple, I think we are catching the bottom of Robinhood. There is a possibility that it goes down to its uh, previous support level of $66. As you can see, this is my support level, but it's highly unlikely. And even if it does, I would probably load more calls, and that's how we're playing Robinhood right now. So what ended up happening is Bitcoin is ripping. I do expect Robinhood to also gap up tomorrow morning. Right now, or Friday closed at 72, and the I think at 5 p.m. Robinhood was at 75. So this is good news. This is good news. Thank you, Robinhood. Oh, and here's another thing. Here's another thing. I went over the volume the volume price profile, which is this right here. It's called the anchored volume profile. You could use this on TradingView. This is an indicator that you could use. I love it, and this is how you use it. What the anchored volume profile tells you is how much volume does each price level have on the stock. For example, the way that you want to use it is by selecting the high of the stock or the low. In other words, the turning point. So as you can see here in Robinhood recently, what was like the turning point, right? The turning point is when it goes up to a high and then reverses, or goes to the low and reverses. So right here, the recent high where it started going down is this level here. Boom, right? And what do you see here? These bars right here is the volume per price level. And the way to think about this is basically the same thing that these volume bars tell you, right? What these volume bars tell you is how much volume was present in that day or in whatever time frame you're looking at. So it's not the same thing. So I see. How do I use this for my advantage? How does this help me? Okay, let's get into it. If Robinhood is at, let's say Robinhood is at around $70, right? And you use this anchored volume profile indicator. Now you're gonna be seeing where is there strong support and obviously where is strong resistance. What do you notice? You notice that there's tiny bars here, but there's big bars here. Boom, boom. What does this mean? I'm gonna tell you. So the bigger the bar, the bigger the volume. The bigger the volume, the bigger support or resistance. As you could see in the previous biggest bar, which is this level right here, Robinhood broke under this support slash resistance and quickly fell down to the next big bar. Why? Because there was this big gap of no volume. There was no heavy volume in these price range, which means there was very little support slash resistance, and for that reason, Robinhood pretty much did an avalanche and just fell through with very little roadblocks. It just slid down the hill. But what do you notice now? Is it weird that Robinhood now is consolidating in the exact price level where the bars are bigger? No, because that just means there's more buyers slash sellers, but it could act as your support or obviously your resistance. But in this case, it's acting as a resistance while Robinhood is consolidating. And my thesis is that Robinhood is going to keep on consolidating here, but eventually break out back over the gap and back to the top of this $115. And that's why we got calls for April 17 expiration date, target price, strike price $100. And I did just post a beautiful Insta reel. Do we have any comments? Ooh, yes we do. Nice. All right. Yeah, I got you with Amazon right now, baby. Let's go. This is amazing. And let's see, let me go over real quick on the market news. There's a lot of stuff going on this week. March 16th to the 20th, we have FOMC interest rate decision, the Powell press conference. This is all on Wednesday. Producer price index, initial jobless claims. There's a lot of news. Oil has been shooting up, but I think it shot back down. There's a lot of news going down, but we don't really care about it. We play the charts, and we just stay updated with the latest. And this is why you want to join the Discord. We stay on top of everything. I make sure to give you guys the best rundown day to day. What stocks to play, what's going on. And I also provide more chart updates than just the plays that I'm in. So I recently went into Amazon. So let's go into Amazon. Ooh. All right, Amazon. Boom, baby. So I was able to catch this pattern on the weekly. It was very easy to see this. I did notice that this was bear flagging, which means the stock is going to be ranging in a certain range. It's going to be ranging in a certain price range. But basically here, it's almost like a hidden bullish divergence or hidden bearish divergence, which means yes, if you didn't know bear flag versus bull flag, you would be thinking, oh, it's making higher lows. This is good because this is bullish. Technically yes, but these flags are very, very important. These flags are very effective. This is probably one of the simplest patterns that you could learn and master so that you could make consistent plays. Flags have very, very high success rates. This here is a bear flag. If there was a stock that was ranging like this to the downside, that right there is considered a bull flag. But in this case, it is a bear flag, which means bearish, which means this could potentially be a downside play. So once I catch this pattern on the weekly, I would go back to the daily because you want to find out what the best way is to get into the play at any point of day to day. You don't want to get into late. You want to break it down and see if you could snipe the perfect entry. So here we have Amazon, beautiful stock. I love Amazon. And this is a bear flag. And how do we play it? Okay, it's very simple actually. So in the bear flag, you have your resistance and you have your support. When the stock breaks the support level, it's going to go down to the next obvious support level. Here we have Amazon at 190. I went over how to draw your support levels and resistance levels on my YouTube series, Stock Market for Beginner series. And actually, just hold on 1 minute. I'm going to share my YouTube live again. One second. I gotta make sure everybody tunes in. Let's not be greedy. All right, what's going on here? Yo. There we go. Bam. All right, nice. All right, back at it. So I did go over the levels. You want to make sure you watch that YouTube series. It's still free. It's still live, public, but I'm going to make it private very soon, and only make it accessible for Discord members, because the people there want to learn. I want to make sure that I give them the most value, because I know that they are actually trying to improve their game in the stock market. And back to Amazon. So as soon as Amazon breaks the 206 level, that's when you want to hop onto puts, and the play should easily play out like this. It should drop to 190 without any roadblocks, without any slowing down, because there's this clear gap from level to level. But this is where the anchored volume profile helps you. This is what adds in more confidence to your play. So I do think that we go to the downside uh, if it breaks the support level. But this is how you could also confirm that thesis, that play. Bam. Oh, never mind. Oh wait, actually this is a perfect example. So let's say Amazon hasn't gone lower than your current levels. The anchored volume profile wouldn't help you in this case if you choose the turning point at the high, because it's only going to give you the price levels after that turning point. So in this case, I'm going to delete it and use a different turning point. Okay, hold on. My Insta story still hasn't posted. Okay. All right. So from because of this, I have to choose another turning point. So I can't use this one. I have to make sure the turning point is stock price levels under this level here, so that it could give me these levels down here, right? So what I'm going to use is very simple. This is the last turning point before the high. So now there you go. Oh my gosh. What do you guys notice here? What do you guys notice here? Chat. What do we notice here? Oh man, this is beautiful. All right. So you could quickly notice that Amazon has a big support level here at the 205 range, 206 range. And what's the coincidence that that's the support level we are waiting for this to break to enter puts to confirm whether we want to get into this play, right? And what's the gap? What is the gap? The gap is literally from level to level. The next gap is to the 190 level. That's where you see the next stock price with, you know, a good decent amount of volume. What does this mean? Amazon is going to quickly drop from 200 to 190 very, very fast if it does decide to break under 206. And there we go. Let's go, Moondios. Moondog is on it, bro. Moondog is on it, bro. I love you, bro. Good shit, man. Good shit. And there it is. This here is your master play. This here is your master play. Gonna take a bite of this banana. Just 1 second. All right. Let's see. VIX. Let's get into VIX and how we could play this. All right. Ah, icy. What the is VIX? Awesome. I'm glad you asked. VIX is a stock that you could use to your advantage in times of high volatility. Right now, we are in times of very um, uncertain times. There's news dropping every single day, every hour. If you are watching the news on Twitter as well, obviously with Trump saying a lot of things every hour, and you know events going on in the world, that's going to increase volatility. When volatility increases, VIX stock is going to increase because that's what it measures. And how does this affect your options trading? How does this affect your long term investments? Okay, we're gonna get into those two things right now, and I think this is gonna end the video here because we're going on to 30 minutes. So in options trading, when VIX gets high, when volatility gets high, you're going to most likely see more up down, up down, up down, right? Which means which means that there is more probability of your stock bouncing and ranging. So because there's more probability of that stock bouncing from the bottom, rejecting the top, bouncing from the bottom, right? Since it's more likely for that to happen, the the option contract prices are going to price in that ranging, because because the more the more the more probable that your play plays out, the stock market is going to price in that higher probability. Let's say before it, you have to lock into your strategy and know when the stock is going to bounce. that's less certain that the play is going to play out, right? But since now these stocks are bouncing, when SPY hits a support level, it's more likely going to bounce back up, right? Or when it hits the resistance level, it's more likely to come back down. So since the stock market is very, yes, it's unpredictable, but it's actually more predictable because more likely than not, this stock is going to keep on bouncing up and down, up and down. It's not going to go straight up. It's not going to go straight down. It's going to go up and down, up and down. And for this reason, with high implied volatility, these option contracts are going to be more expensive. And if you don't trade or haven't noticed the prices, yes, they are more expensive right now, and they've been for the past few weeks now. Um, so yeah, so that's going to be the added risk with trading at the moment. But this shouldn't this shouldn't discourage you, and this shouldn't make you want to quit your strategy. If the strategy has been working for the past few months, and you've already determined and confirmed that this strategy is your strategy, don't deviate from that. Don't try to switch up your game because all this noise from people that are not experienced is telling you, oh, the stock market is not good. All right, don't let that happen to you. So that's how it's affecting stock trading. On the other hand, long-term investments, long-term share buying, dollar cost averaging. How does that affect? How does that affect that game? Which is something that I want to prioritize during these times. And I've been telling the Discord, you don't want to be discouraged from buying more shares, no matter what company it is. If you love the company, if you love the stock, and if you love how that company is being ran, there's no reason not to keep on buying shares of that company. So how does VIX affect long-term investments, long-term share buying? Well, this is the perfect strategy, perfect hack in the system of buying shares. Whenever VIX goes higher than 30, or sorry, let's start from the bottom. If VIX starts to move up higher than 20s, that's going to tell you, okay, there's added volatility, there's crazy news going on in the market. That means that stocks are going to be dropping more likely because there's a lot of fear. Implied volatility is derived from fear. The more fear there is in the market, the more opportunity, because people are going to be selling most likely their stocks because they're scared, right? But this is actually the best thing that you could get better at. When there's more fear in the market, that is when you buy, that is when you attack, and that is when you lock in those opportunities. This is what locking in is: buying when people are fearful. So once VIX breaks over 20, that's your okay. Let's get into it. Let's dig in. What companies are my favorite? Let's start buying. Right. That's gonna get your eyes open to what should I look out for. But once VIX starts getting closer to 30, as you can see here, now we have a couple examples. December 2024, we have March 2025 or April. This is when the tariffs last year. What could you remember? April 2025, the tariffs, right? When VIX broke a little bit above 28, it quickly broke out. VIX went above 28, but then it came back down. What happened in the market? Okay. And in March or April, that was the humongous drop in the market, right? But it was boom, instant. It was an instant recovery, instant V-shaped recovery in the market. So this wasn't a coincidence. Whenever VIX gets above 30, that is an extreme buying opportunity. You want to buy because you should be expecting a recovery in the market very soon. Once VIX breaks above 30 though, whenever VIX breaks above 30, when there's so much fear in the market, when there's even more fear, you better start buying 10 times more. 10 times more. Because what happened in, exactly, April 2025, that's exactly when the bottom was, and VIX hit the 60s. That right there was an extreme buying opportunity, because that's exactly when the market recovered. Let's go back to COVID. Look what happened in COVID. Just so you know that it's not gambling. When COVID happened, March 2020, VIX went all the way to 80. That's when you buy. That is when you buy. The higher the VIX, above 30, 40, 50, you buy. You buy. And after COVID, well, in April, that is also when the market recovered fast. And if you bought, I'm sure you noticed the reward that you got. So that right there is how I'm going to end the video. I hope I made it dramatic because it's actually that dramatic. It's that important. It's that valuable to know these things. If you're not making your money work for you, you're gonna keep on working for the money. So, hope you guys enjoyed this YouTube live. I can't wait for the stock market this week. Thank you, Moon CB2PL. Thank you so much for joining and chatting, putting comments. But as always, comment down below if you want the free access to the Discord. DM me for anything related to the stock market. I got you. IC Trades Discord is the best Discord in the mother loving world, baby. So let's get straight to it this week, and I'm glad to be prepared a little bit. I love you guys. Good night, and I'll see you in the Discord all day, baby, all day.